Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patty. I go by Pattymac Makes everywhere online. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a couple of things I purchased last spring. So as I'm filming this today, it's early October of 2022. And one of the items I'm going to tell you, let me just come clean and tell you, I filmed this out of order. So I've already filmed the unboxing or the opening part of this. And one of the items I opened, it's dated July of 21. So I don't know if I saw it and liked it and bought it later, or did it come as part of the club I was in last summer? I honestly don't know. So I don't know if I bought it last summer or if I bought it in the spring and forgot. I honestly don't know. Things have been so crazy and just so up in the air for the past year that I'm having some things kind of run together in my mind. So because things in the world have just been so crazy and so all over the place, it's really been affecting my mental capacity and just some different things about how I process information. So it's been a little rough, but I'm still here. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump in. I'm going to show you what I have. We're going to open a package from Fat Quarter Shop, and we're going to open a package from an Etsy shop where I purchased something special. And in fact, there was a couple of things in there that I forgot about. The one thing I remembered, I knew it's what I went for, but the other stuff, I sort of forgot that I had purchased that. So anyway, it was all in there, and without further ado, we're going to turn the camera around and I'll show you what I got, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did or do. Okay, here's both things that I forgot I even purchased. They were tucked down into the lower basket on the trolley I used to help organize some of my sewing stuff. Anyway, I stuck them in there because I bought them in the spring and I wanted to open them on camera with you, and I just could not film the videos like I wanted to. So these items have been over there for months, literally months, and I have no idea what's in here. So that's two things, and this one is from Fat Quarter Shop. I have no clue what's in here. And this one I got from on Etsy, and this shop is called Bobbie's Fabric Factory. And I think that this is so cute how she's got her logo and shop name printed on the package. And she shipped using this envelope. So why don't we look in there first. I wish this had a date on it so I could tell. Okay, my camera died and I missed part of the footage of pulling this out of the bag. But that's okay. You didn't really miss anything. What I'm going to show you now is her card. She puts a really cute card in here about, oh, and she has her own website as well. And she goes by Bobbie Lou. This is nice. So I guess that's her. She says she loved fabric and sewing too, and motorcycles. Okay, so that's her, I guess, in the 50s. You know, these saddle shoes, I wore those when I was a schoolgirl in the 70s. So they were still a thing. And if we still had them, they would probably still be wearable. They wore like iron. And this is her business card, which is really pretty. Oh, and she has an Instagram, Bobbie Lou Fabric. So I'll have to go check out her website also. So let's see what I got. I wound up getting some Ruby Star. Big surprise. I went on for a specific thing, and then she had this in stock. So I wound up getting it. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is what I went on for. So we'll come back to this in a second. I just filmed another video. I'm doing several videos for you, like all at once today, so I have some things that I can put out for you. And the last video I just did was another artist that does illustration, and this artist is Sarah Watts, and I really like how some of these designers portray animals. I love the animal stuff. So this is called I Love You to the Moon, and you can see it's a Pegasus, or no, it's not a Pegasus, it's a unicorn. And I have, this is from the Crescent collection, and I have a Crescent panel print, and I thought, oh, this would go really well with something else that I have over there. So I picked up a yard of this. I think it's a yard. Yes, it was a yard. So I got a yard of this. And I had this print in fat quarters. I bought a fat quarter bundle of this collection. And this is Rashida's work, as I recall. And I love her. I like all the girls that design for Ruby Star. I think they all do such a beautiful job. So I went ahead and got another yard of this because, you know, this is basically out of print now. So if you see it, you're going to want to grab it. And I just thought it was really cool. They're kind of like Aztec looking suns. So I got those. And okay, this is what I went for. So this is a panel print. And I've seen a couple of them actually where they made quilts. And what they would do is they would take the panel. So the panel was the center, and then they would do like stars or just a bunch of half square triangles, or even just a sashing or something. And it just made this really cool quilt that came together pretty fast.
Okay, I did some digging around and I found the quilt kit I was talking about. And it's available from Stitch Supply Co. You can see it's $130, and it includes the panel and the fabrics to make those like little X boxes and all of that. And I just think it's beautiful. Here's the completed quilt, and what they've done is fussy cut all of the panels and then made that like little X design box to go in between each panel. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I love this thing. Partly what makes it so amazing is the custom quilting. So here's the pattern that comes with the kit. And you can see the finished piece is a 72 by 72. It seems like it would be bigger, but that's what it is. Anyway, this is some of the custom quilting, and isn't that amazing? She did something unique for each panel, which I just think is incredible. And I just love it. I really do. Custom quilting. Wow, what a fantastic luxury. And then here's the quilt folded up, which it's really hard to photograph quilts. So anyway, there it is.
I don't know what collection this is, but they're just really cool, like vintage inspired prints. So you've got the typewriter. That's very LA, you know, with the palm trees and the roller skates. And you know, the roller skating is all the rage again now. I follow several accounts on Instagram where that's all they do is roller skate, which is kind of a cool thing. Then you've got this portrait, like that's probably somebody's senior portrait. And this really cool pixelated bug. And then you've got flower and fruit and shoes again and jacks. I wonder if you all know what this is. I know exactly what this is. I don't have my viewer anymore, but I still kept some of the Viewmaster reels from when I was a girl. And you can buy those, the Viewmaster piece on eBay. I've considered it so I could look at my reels again. And you know, you can buy these reels, and they have a lot of really cool ones on eBay. So eBay has a lot of stuff. And then we have birds, and a little picnic basket, and beautiful bouffant ladies and flowers. So you can see this is a lot of prints. So we got a telephone and more portraits, flowers. I love this. All kinds of florals. Here's a purse. I remember when ladies had purses like this. Oh, and the little, when we would have lunch as kids, we would get these little cartons. And pretty much they were milk. So you would have chocolate milk or regular milk. And, oh, that's really, oh, I love this. The apples. There's a floral. Ice creams. Oh, gum. Stick of gum. Look at that. This is just like a trip down memory lane for me. There's a horse. Fruit. Probably oranges. More of the moths. I think this goes with the elixir, but I'm not sure. Oh gosh, I had this. That's an Instamatic camera, if you don't know. It took 110 film. So here's your little button. You push this button to take the picture. This is, you're going to look through on this side, and that's the lens. And then this was your built-in flash. The flowers. This is really cool. Oh, what are these? Oh, these are bobbins. Oh, that's really cool. And it's got little sewing sayings on it, like sew with love, nimble fingers, measure twice, cut once. That's very good advice. What's that say? Oh, cut and sew 100 yards of color. You've got some vintage looking sunglasses, telephone. I love this, guys. Butterflies, the dove, and flowers. This is very cool. I absolutely love this. So if I can dig back and find the quilt that was made using this, I will. I'll put that on the screen. So okay, as I'm reading the salvage, my memory is coming back. So this was like a commemorative piece, this large panel, and so Stay Gold, that's the collection. And so this was to celebrate their 10 years, so from 2010 to 2020. So let's see, I'm going to read this to you. The very first fabric collection of my career, Ruby Star Rising, came out in 2010. I used the name Ruby Star for my next 5 collections too, naming them all in tribute of a ruby ring I inherited from my great-grandmother when I was a girl. I put the name aside for a number of years, but in 2018 it came full circle with Ruby Star Society, and it has grown to represent the beauty of collaboration and the power of believing in yourself, your gifts, and your ideas. This panel highlights some of my favorite work that I've done throughout the last decade, from Ruby Star Rising to Ruby Star Society. Enjoy, and it's from Melody. This is really, really beautiful. The story is coming back to me. Yeah, so she like collected her favorite pieces and put them all in this panel. So Stay Gold. I think I have some Stay Gold in my stash. I'll have to go look. I have a lot of Ruby Star that I've just been holding on to, so I'll have to go over and see what I have. But anyway, even the fly is kind of cool. We'll put the typewriter on top. Isn't that great? So yeah, that's what I've got. So That's all of Melody's work. And then these are from 2 of the other designers in the Ruby Star Society. I just love their stuff so much. So, okay, that's what I got. And that was from Bobbie Lou. This I have absolutely no idea. This is what I got from Fat Quarter Shop. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I do not remember buying this. So I don't know if this came... I was a member of the quarterly club for a while. So maybe this came when I was still in the club and I never got around to opening it up. Which is completely insane because this is dated July of 21. So have I had this for over a year? That's what it sounds like. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh boy. Patty needs a vacation. Okay, here we go. This is, if you don't know, Fat Quarter Shop has what they call their Ruby Star Society Quarterly Club. And I was doing it for a little bit and then I canceled it because all of the supply chain hassle and fiasco. Just, you never knew when you were going to get what you were going to get. And I wanted it because it was supposed to come once a quarter and then I could budget for that expense. But they were just coming whenever. And then I got inundated with the fat quarters at one time and I just canceled it. I was like, this is too much. Because I can't be buying, you know, something expensive like this every month. Anyway. I'm kind of blown away that's been in there for a year. But it's a nice club. I will say that. And if you like fat quarters and you like Ruby Star, you'll really enjoy this. So you get, and this is just a curated collection. I think you get 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So I have 12 fat quarters. And then you get a coordinating thread. And then you get a pattern. So this one is like a takeoff on the churn dash. Yeah, churn dash. And so this includes collections called Tarrytown and Stay Gold. So some of these would coordinate with that last panel that I showed you. So there's your pattern. Now when you do this, you'll have enough to use the fat quarters will make the print part of this pattern. But you're still going to have to buy for your sash and your background, your backing, and your binding. So even though they give you the pattern, you still have to go, if you wanted to make that, you'd have to still buy quite a bit more fabric. I just enjoy small projects and having the fat quarters, so that worked for me. So let's see what we have here. And, you know, I'm kind of out of the loop on some things. I'm not even sure what the Tarrytown collection has. But I'm going to assume this is probably the Tarrytown. I'm going to guess. And this is probably the Stay Gold, because it's got gold all over it. It's really pretty. And then this is a blue version of the first one we looked at. Oh yeah, gosh, right here. This is the Stay Gold. I'll tell you what's nice when you get these fat quarter bundles is it's such a nice, it's a fairly large cut, and so you can really get a feel if you're going to like something or not. You know, it can be hard to tell from just a little tiny picture on a website if you're going to like something or not. And when you get the fat quarters, you can really tell if you're going to like something. And I love this. And this is darling. Oh, this is cute. Turtles. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love turtles. We have a canal out back of the house, and it's full of turtles, and I actually feed them. So they love kitchen scraps. So they've been getting really well fed. This would be the Tarrytown. Oh, yeah, yeah. So this would be the Tarrytown. This is cute. So it's all little houses. Oh, yeah. This is the Stay Gold. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm telling you, if you could do... So if you took the panel I showed you to start, and you could have something like this as your backing, or even this one. Oh, not that one. This one. Oh my goodness. This for a backing. Oh, how gorgeous would that be? Oh, that's really, really beautiful. That would be Stay Gold. Ooh. This one I'm not sure. They do a lot of florals, which I really like, and I would assume that's Tarrytown. That's kind of cool. I don't really play dice games, but I guess if you were going to get a Vegas, you could make a really fun little purse out of that. And then there's the thread. Just kind of an odd choice, especially with the blue, but I guess it is pretty. As long as you didn't mind having, like, everything's going to show with that, obviously. Where's the... It is pretty, though. So yeah, that's the July 21 quarterly club. So if you're interested, they might still have some. You can check. If you go on Ruby Star, if you go on the Fat Quarter Shop website and look at the block of the month and clubs area, you'll find the Ruby Star clubs, and she might have some of those left. So here's that that original panel. I have to try to figure out what I want to do for a sash. I think that's might be too busy, and of course that's too much, because you want these to set off. I'll pull up those other quilts I saw using this, because they were absolutely beautiful. If I can find them. I think I saved them. Anyway, guys, that's what I have. That was the Fat Quarter Shop and the little Etsy shop, the Bobbie Lou fabric. And really, this seems to be like the theme for me right now. Buy a little bit on the bigger fabric store, and then buy the more specialty stuff on Etsy. So just thank goodness for Etsy and these really cool little independent sellers where I can still find these awesome prints, because this is gone. You can't find this on a large site. It's sold out right away. So I felt really blessed to be able to find it, and yeah, I grabbed it. You know, this would work on here really well. So, okay, that is today's haul video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you watching. And until the next time I see you, happy quilting.